What's up, guys? Today we're talking about those beaters you grab for under $3 grand that refuse to quit. These things might outlast your will to buy new stuff. Stick around, the list gets wild. Smash subscribe, hype this video, and let's roll. Number 5. Buick LeSabre, 2000 to 2005. You know what car's reliable when every retired guy in Florida still drives one? The Buick LeSabre is the official vehicle of golf courses, early bird dinners, and cars that just won't quit. This thing's been out there quietly surviving for decades. No drama, no attitude, just pure grandpa engineering. Under the hood, it's got the legendary 3.8-liter V6, the Series 2 through 3, one of GM's toughest engines ever built. It's not fast, but it'll run forever if you change the oil and don't treat it like a NASCAR. These engines have been known to hit 300,000 miles easily, and with good maintenance, some have gone well over 450,000. On the used market, you'll find these going for around $2,000 to $4,500, depending on mileage and condition. And let's be honest, every LeSabre for sale online says, only driven to church on Sundays. The interior's massive, the ride's soft like a couch, and it even gets a decent 26 to 28 mpg on the highway. The downside? It's not cool. You're not turning heads at Cars and Coffee. The design screams retirement check. But if you want a cheap, comfy cruiser that just won't die, the LeSabre is basically a zombie sedan. Slow, steady, and nearly impossible to kill. Not flashy, not fun, but it gets you where you're going. Grandpa knew what he was doing when he bought one of these.
Number 4. Chevrolet Impala, 2000 to 2005. If the Buick LeSabre was your grandpa's car, the Chevrolet Impala 2000 to 2005 generation was the one your high school principal drove. Serious, unexciting, but somehow still running strong decades later. The early 2000s Impala was never flashy, but it nailed the basics. Solid engine, roomy interior, and cheap repairs. That's why these things are still all over Craigslist today. Most Impalas from this era came with either a 3.4-liter or 3.8-liter V6. The 3.4 was fine, but the 3.8, that's the one you want. It's the same legendary engine found in the Buick LeSabre, famous for racking up 300,000 miles without drama. As long as you keep up with oil changes and handle that occasional intake manifold gasket issue, this motor just won't quit. Some owners even report pushing past 450,000 miles with the original drivetrain. Out on the road, the Impala's not fast, but it's smooth, quiet, and built to soak up miles. The suspension's soft, the steering's light, and the seats feel like they came straight from your living room couch. It's the kind of car you drive when you just want something that works. Fuel economy sits around 26 to 28 mpg on the highway, which isn't bad for an old V6 sedan. On the used market, clean examples run between $2,500 and $4,500. Parts are everywhere and dirt cheap. And replacement alternator? About $40. Brake job? A weekend project and $100 tops. Insurance companies love them because, let's be honest, nobody's out there street racing a beige Impala. Now let's be clear, this isn't a cool car. It's not turning heads, it's not impressing your date, and it sure won't make your neighbors jealous. But if you just need a dependable daily driver that'll take abuse, survive winter salt, and start every morning, this car is a total sleeper deal. Number 3. Toyota Avalon, 2000 to 2004. If the Camry is the poster child for reliability, the Toyota Avalon is the Camry's older, wiser brother. Bigger, smoother, and just as bulletproof. Back in the early 2000s, Toyota basically took everything great about the Camry, added a few inches, more comfort, and said, "Here, this one's for grown-ups." The result was a full-size sedan that could run forever if you treated it right. Under the hood sits Toyota's famous 3.0-liter V6, the 1MZ FE engine. It's not flashy, but it's one of the smoothest and most reliable motors Toyota ever built. It easily clears 300,000 miles, and there are stories of Avalons crossing the 500,000-mile mark with nothing but basic maintenance. Timing belt every 90K, regular oil changes, and that's it. This thing just keeps on going. The ride is classic early 2000s Toyota, soft, quiet, and unbothered. You're not carving corners, but you'll float down the highway like a cloud. The cabin feels upscale for its age, with comfy leather seats, wood trim, and space for 5 real adults. It was basically Lexus luxury without the Lexus price tag. Used prices hover around $2,800 to $4,800, depending on mileage and condition. The best part? These cars are often one-owner vehicles, usually driven by someone who kept every service receipt since day one. If you find one of those, it's a jackpot. Common issues? Nothing major, maybe a leaky valve cover gasket or a tired suspension bushing after 20 years, but that's small stuff. Everything else, the transmission, electronics, engine, just keeps on trucking. The Avalon is one of those cars you buy, forget about, and 10 years later, it's still there, starting up like day one. It's not exciting, but if you want a full-size sedan that feels way more expensive than it is and lasts nearly forever, this is the one.
Number 2. Nissan Sentra, 2000 to 2006, 4-speed automatic only. Before Nissan went all in on those CVT transmissions everyone loves to hate, they built the Sentra the old-fashioned way, with a proper automatic that just worked. And if you find one of these pre-CVT models, congratulations! You've stumbled onto one of the last truly reliable compact Nissans ever made. The 2000 to 2006 Sentra, the B15 chassis, with the traditional 4-speed automatic, is about as simple as cars get. Under the hood, you'll find the 1.8-liter or 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, both solid little engines that can go well past 250,000 miles without major problems. Change the oil, keep fluids fresh, and this thing will outlive most modern crossovers. Prices today hover between $2,500 and $4,500, depending on mileage and condition. You can find them everywhere. College towns, small dealers, Craigslist ads that say, "Runs great, just needs a detail." And the truth is, they usually do. They're basic, efficient, and easy to fix. Parts are cheap, and mechanics actually like working on them, which says a lot. Fuel economy lands around 28 to 32 mpg combined, and while it's not fast, it's light and easy to handle. Think of it as the perfect commuter cockroach. Not exciting, not flashy, but it just won't die. Now don't mix it up with the later models that use CVTs. Note, the 2007 Plus models introduced the problematic CVT. We're talking about the older Sentras with the real automatic gearbox, the kind you can throw into drive and forget about for the next decade. Sure, the interior plastics feel like a cereal box, and the seats aren't exactly plush, but for under $5,000, this car is a steal. It's a great beater, first car, or backup ride that'll start every morning even when it's freezing out. If you want something that'll quietly get the job done without begging for repairs, this is one of the smartest cheap buys out there.
Number 1. Toyota Yaris, 2007 to 2011. If cockroaches could drive, they'd pick the Toyota Yaris. The Yaris, first generation, is basically indestructible. A car so simple and reliable, it makes a Corolla look high maintenance. It's small, it's slow, but it just keeps on going no matter what you throw at it. People buy these things as temporary beaters, and 10 years later, they're still running. Under the hood, you get Toyota's 1.5-liter 4-cylinder, an engine that refuses to die. It's been known to run for 400,000 to 500,000 miles with basic care. We're talking about a car that doesn't even flinch at neglect. Forget an oil change? It shrugs it off. Skip maintenance for a year? It'll probably still start right up. It's that tough. The Yaris also nails fuel economy, around 32 to 36 mpg combined with the automatic, even better if you drive gently. And since it's lightweight, you'll barely feel it burning gas. On the used market, these things sit between $3,500 and $5,500 depending on mileage. You'll find them everywhere, delivery drivers, students, or people who just needed something that runs. Now, let's be clear. It's not fast. The Yaris is so underpowered it might lose a drag race to a Prius with a flat tire. The interior's plain and road noise is always there, but it makes up for it with one thing: dependability. This car starts, drives, and keeps you moving, no matter what. The manual transmission versions are bulletproof, and even the automatics are solid. It's the kind of car that'll make you laugh every time you fill up because you're spending so little. And if you ever sell it, someone will happily take it off your hands because everybody knows a Yaris just doesn't quit. For reliable transportation, this little Toyota is the king of the unkillable. It's not glamorous, but if your goal is cheap, dependable transportation that could outlive you, the Yaris wears the crown. So there you have it, 5 cars under $3,000 that just refuse to die. They might not turn heads, but they'll definitely outlast half the cars people flex on Instagram. These are the kind of rides that'll keep going long after you've stopped caring about them, and that's saying something. Now I want to hear from you. Would you actually drive one of these, or would you rather walk? Drop your pick in the comments, tell me which car surprised you the most, and let me know if you've ever owned one that just wouldn't quit. And hey, if you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe and hype this video so we can keep dropping more lists like this every week. Cheap cars, real talk, and a little bit of sarcasm, that's what we do here. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep your oil clean, your wallet full, and your check engine light ignored. I'll see you in the next one.